Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas' daily free winner show, brought to you by your one-stop sports betting shop, the best website on the planet, Sports Memo. Guys, we've got a great show today. Let me bring the panel on. What a good show this is. Real quick around, then we'll do some individuals. Pavlos, Laguretos, Ross Benjamin. Let me go into the wider low. That's better. Ross Benjamin, Tony Mejia, Kevin Thomas. Pavlos, how are you today, buddy?
Doing great. Soccer has been really kind. World Cup, the knockout stages have been really, really great to us. I do have a 5% loaded at the page. You can find it at sm.buzz/PL. Super excited to hear what you guys have to say. And I have a really interesting prop for tonight's match, or should I say today's match, between France and Morocco in the semifinal.
Great stuff, Pavlos. We can't wait for your segment. Ross Benjamin, how you doing, handsome?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm glad to get you guys back here. I haven't talked to you in a while. I'm glad everything materialized well as can be expected for you guys. And I missed you guys. And anyway, number 2 at Sports Memo over the last 30 days in all sports in terms of money earned. Number 1 over the last 30 days in college basketball at Sports Memo. Number 3 overall in the NFL for the season during regular season action. So all good. And my $2 special yesterday was on the Cure Bowl, which goes on Friday evening, and it's going to be $2 all week long. So you want to take advantage of that with all my sports doing very well right now. And I expect to do very well in the bowl season as well, Joe.
So Ross Benjamin has the cure for all your sports betting needs. Tony Mejia, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, feeling a little better. Good night last night, so that always is a pick-me-up. 4-0, 3-0 NBA, 1-0 college hoops. And so I've got a 5% NBA play today. Card's pretty good, so I'll probably add to that. And a couple of college basketball games I've got in. Started looking at bowl packages and stuff. Busy day for videos. So everything piles on. The world waits for nobody, as you know. But yeah, things are okay. Just plugging away.
Glad you're feeling better. My good friend Kevin Thomas, who's either at a movie theater or at a strip club in a VIP room. Kevin, how you doing today?
Well, if I can't go sideways, I'm at the club. I don't know what the hell happened to start, but it's been a while since I've been on a show. I'm glad to get back and get some work going and get some good picks out there.
Well, Kevin, if you
up and down.
Kevin, I got to tell you, guys, Kevin's camera was sideways before the show started. That's why we're a minute or so late. And that then proves to me that he's not at the movie theater. He might be at the strip club, because the sideways things happen when you're in VIP room at the strip club. That's all I'm saying. Real quick, how you doing, baby? You know how I start every show? It's been a couple of weeks for the D'Amico household. We've had a family emergency. So we do appreciate all the love and support and all the positive vibes from everybody out there, everybody from the Sports Memo, WagerTalk family. I got to tell you, if it was any other company, I don't know if we could have gotten through the last few weeks, but Sports Memo, WagerTalk, and any other viewers but you guys, because you guys are the best. We're not out of the woods yet, but things are a lot better. So thank you for all your positive vibes and thoughts. And I got to tell you, I'm a little under the weather myself, and I showered and shaved for the first time since Saturday. My beard was as long as Pavlos's. Got out of the shower. Even Dionne looked at me and says, "You look like you lost 10 pounds." And that's what stress will do for you. But, family always comes first. So it is what it is. Having said all that, Dionne's got a couple of discounts. We're going to get to some free winners. We got some great free winners today, I got to tell you. We got a slew of different sports, all great winners. Dionne, take it away.
Yeah, so we still do have that college football bowl access still going on for just $149. That one you do not need a code. All you have to do is head on over to the site. And also myself and Joey do have an amazing discount that just started today. You can get the rest of 2022 for just $99. You can get both of us all access, covering all of the sports that we are covering. 5%, 10% plays, anything you can think of comes along with that discount. $99 for the both of us. No discount also needed for that one. So head on over to the site after the show and pick that deal up. And also head on over to the deals page, because some of your favorite cappers have some amazing deals going on.
I just love the hearts with the arrows and all access with hearts. I just love talking about a VIP room. That looks like an adult film channel. Guys, my good buddy Ross Benjamin, who is got to take off after his segment. So does Tony later on. But, guys, I want to tell you, Ross is doing great work. Number 2 overall. He's all over the leaderboards, killing it. He's going to tell you what he's been doing, what he's going to be doing on the premium side. He's got a $2 5% play he wants to let you know about. He's got a free winner for you. Ross Benjamin, take it away.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Yes, college basketball 22-11 since November 17th, and I alluded to it earlier that number 1 since the season began in college basketball at Sports Memo. And that's not to put any of the other great handicappers down, but Joe, I pull for everybody at the site, as you well know. But at the same time, we're all competitive, and you have to mention when you're doing well and you're at the top of the leaderboard. So you'll also find that I'm number 2 over the last 30 days in all sports in terms of units earned at Sports Memo. So a lot of good things going on, folks. Very affordable subscription plan. Just go to my page at Sports Memo under Ross Benjamin. Fresno State and Washington State, the LA Bowl. It's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. The Jimmy Kimmel SoFi LA Bowl, I should say. Boy, oh boy. I wonder if they'll ever name a bowl game after Johnny Carson. Anyway, and the youngsters out there are saying, who's Johnny Carson? Washington State, 7-5, and they're coming off a 51-33 home loss to Washington in the regular season finale. To me, that speaks volumes because it's a Washington State team that overachieved this year. They went into that regular season finale against their in-state rival, and they were blown out. Not only were they blown out 51-33, but they also gave up over 700 yards of total offense in this game. They did make it to a bowl game, and they are certainly positive about that. But by the same token, they're facing a team from the Group of 5 conference in Fresno State. So I don't know how inspired they're going to be, and especially so coming off that dismal performance against their bitter rival in their regular season finale. I always look for a valid reason to use a Group of 5 team when playing a Power 5 team in bowl season. And this is a specific example of such because this Fresno State team, they started out the season, week 3, they lose their star quarterback, Jake Haener, to a knee injury against USC. They lose that game. They fall to 1-2. They lose their next 2. They're 1-4, and it looks like, oh boy, it's going to be a long season for a Fresno State team that had high hopes. But they regroup to win their next 8 games. They cover 6 of those 8. And they go to Boise State in the Mountain West Conference Championship game, and as an underdog, beat them by a double-digit margin. So they have a ton of momentum going into this game. They'll be highly inspired playing a bowl game against a power conference team in Washington State. I'm going to go with Fresno here, who opened as an underdog, Joey. They're now a favorite of 3.5. I'm going to lay to 3.5. I would advise, again, it's not a sign of weakness, but it's a key number. I would advise buying it down to 3. It's just smart sports betting. But if you don't and not willing to do that, or you can't do that, I have no problem laying to 3.5 with Fresno State against Washington State.
So, yes, sir, you are correct. That's my homage to Johnny Carson. Ross Benjamin says Fresno State is a winner. He says the great betting insights. It's not a sign of weakness. Buy it down. Always err on the side of caution. Always make that number give you an advantage. Ross is doing great work. Number 2, he's all over the leaderboards, guys. As usual, he's all over the leaderboards. He's got to take off. He's got to walk it like he talked. He's got to get some more plays up over at Sports Memo after the show. Take advantage of the best customer appreciation discounts on the planet. Follow Ross. You're going to follow him to the back. Now, he's going to take off. I know Tony's got a show coming up. But, Ross, we want to tell you how much we love you and thank you for all your support.
Well, thank you, Joe, for having me. And Tony, Kevin, Pavlo, if I don't talk to you before the holidays, I'll talk to Joe and Dionne. I want to wish each one of you guys a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. And the same goes to all the viewers out there.
Thank you, Ross.
Much appreciated.
Same to you, Ross. Good job.
Thank you.
Guys, we're going to run right into Tony Mejia because he's got to run. He has some other content he's got to do very soon. He's got to run from one show to another. We always talk about numbers not lying, and Tony Mejia puts up some of the best numbers in this business over at WagerTalk. And, you may think that WagerTalk and SportsRun, we are two different companies, but we are two different brands, but we're the same companies. And I always talk about how everybody wants to be on these two companies because they're the best two companies on the planet. But unfortunately, WagerTalk and SportsRun handpicks the guys. And Tony Mejia is one of the first guys that WagerTalk handpicked to be on the site, and it's for a reason. He does great work over there. Now, I know he's got to rush through his segment because he's got some other content, but he's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's going to be doing on the premium side. He's going to tell you where you can find all of his winning information on WagerTalk, and he's got another free winner for you. Tony Mejia, the floor is yours.
I appreciate that, Joe. And first and foremost, God bless you and your family. I hope nothing but the best for you, in the next couple of weeks and into 2023. 7-2 all sports run. Really, last week was uncharacteristic for me because I took a couple of nights off. I was off of this show, off of some other shows I begged off of just because I was flu ridden. There's COVID in my house right now, so hopefully I don't catch that. But if I do, I think it'll probably be easier to deal with than last week's stuff. So. Coming out of the dark in that sense, and maybe the flu was good luck because a 4-0 night last night that I mentioned hit both of my 4% on Sunday with the Lions and the Eagles. So going to add to the gridiron feel on this show right here and come in with the Bills in the first half -4 against the Miami Dolphins, and this is a great situational spot I think, as the Dolphins are in. A situation where they're playing their third consecutive road game. The schedule did them no favors. They sent them out to the West Coast back-to-back weeks to face the 49ers and then the Chargers. They lost those games by identical 23-17 scores, and now they got to go freeze their asses off in Buffalo facing the Bills. And it will be very cold for Miami, who hasn't really dealt with that this season. Temperatures on Saturday night are expected to dip into the 20s, and there's going to be wind gusts of 35 miles per hour. I haven't seen it yet, so Tua Tagovailoa has not, to me, proven he's a cold weather quarterback, and I think that has to come this month. And he's struggled on the West Coast in those two games. They took away the middle of the field on him, and that's why the Dolphins have been held to 17 in consecutive contests and have fallen short. I still think they'll make the playoffs. The schedule is manageable after this one, but this doesn't look like a good spot to me. And you've got Buffalo not trailing at halftime in since week 4, and they've actually led at the break in 7 consecutive contests. Shut out the Jets last week, led 7-0 at the break. Held the Patriots to 7 the weekend before that. So this is another divisional game against a team they know well. They've been working Tre'Davious White back in after his injury. I think he's going to be a major factor as they chase a Super Bowl appearance. And look, this is a rematch for the Bills in a painful loss. That was the game that famously Ken Dorsey became a meme because he just slammed down whatever it was he had in front of him because they ran out of time in South Florida, lost 21-19. That was the punt game. So it was a very competitive game. Teams started out throwing haymakers at each other, and then the action slowed down considerably in the second half. So yeah, these are, to me, the two most talented teams in the AFC East. But I think the Bills being at home, the weather being the factor, Josh Allen being having proven at Wyoming and with the Bills that he's a cold weather quarterback, and Tua not really doing that just yet, makes this a great spot to lay the 4 in the first half and expect Miami to need at least 30 minutes to get acclimated. So lay the points with the Bills first half -4.
Great stuff from Tony Mejia. Guys, I know that all of us here on the panel are happy you're feeling better, Tony, because we love you and we miss you. I know everybody, particularly out there, really miss you because you break down a game. My God, it kills me how good you are. Guys, Tony's going to take off because he's got to do some other content, I think, for WagerTalk today. But, Tony, we are glad you're feeling better. But one thing you has not slowed you down, being a little under the weather, is winning 7-2 off that 7-2 run. You are doing some great work. We appreciate you. My friends, after this show, go over to WagerTalk, follow Tony. You're going to follow him to the bank, and you can bet your ass that he'll be back next week. Okay, Tony? Tony, thank you for everything, and your love and support always means the world to us.
Appreciate that. And WagerTalk today at noon next hour. I'll be giving out a couple of basketball winners, and then I think I'm on the NBA tip-off show 4:30 Eastern, and then some NFL panel videos. So Yep, I'm going to now recharge this voice and have at it again in an hour. But I
Have a
appreciate
good
you guys.
day,
And
man.
again, bless you. And
Thank you. And good luck this weekend, buddy. And we'll see you next Wednesday. And thank you for everything. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Well, guys, between segments, I got to tell you, I got my answer to where Kevin Thomas is. He's not at the movie theater. I heard in the background, next on the stage, Cinnamon. Cinnamon next on the stage. I'm just kidding. Pavlos is laughing. He's into a VIP room or two.
That's because Pavlos doesn't really want to show us what's behind that.
He don't want to show us behind that green screen. Guys, my friend Kevin Thomas. And by the way, Kevin, happy birthday. One of your kids had a birthday recently. Happy birthday. We're very happy. You got a beautiful family, man. You really do. Kevin missed a couple of shows because of scheduling and whatnot and because of some family issues, but good family things, I'm happy to say. He was certainly missed here, I know he's missed by us on the panel because he always brings it too. He's always just so fun and energetic. But the bottom line is you guys missed him because he always gives good, solid winners, and he's always on the Sports Memo leaderboard. And I noticed he's all over the Sports Memo leaderboard. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's going to be doing on the premium side. He's got a free best bet. And guys, it's a doozy. Kevin Thomas, the floor is yours.
Hey, it's great to be back, and I'm waiting for this year to be over. And, Joe, with the family issues and stuff, we can't have this go quick enough and start hopefully a good, fresh new year. When I first turned on the channel, I saw your Christmas tree and me and Pavlos with green and red. I thought this was the Christmas edition, so I'm glad to be here in this joyous time of the year. What I got going over now with Sports Memo, I got 3 solid picks up. 1 hockey, basketball, college basketball. I'm dominating in hockey all over the leaderboard, but I prefer basketball. And I'm going to tell you what, it is so hard right now to put out great basketball winners, especially this early. I wish I could wait till game time to give you some free winners, but yeah, you can check me out on Twitter for that. But it's just hard with the injuries and stuff. But what I'm looking at here is I'm going to look at the Washington Wizards. Now, they're on the road against the Denver Nuggets, and this opened at 9.5. Now, I tend to go sharp with my picks. So the Wizards were to play against the Nets 2 nights ago. I didn't touch that. Kevin Durant, always tough when he goes back home to Washington. So I didn't touch that, and thank God I didn't because the Nets destroyed them. But this Wizards team, they're playing with so many injuries. It's just tough because you don't know who's going to show up. Now they're saying Porzingis is a little injured. Is he going to go or not? The line, I think, bumped to 9.5. But what I'm looking at is the guys that are playing. These guys are losing in the second half of games because they're exhausted. They're so undermanned. Beal, I don't even think he's going to go tonight. I think the Porzingis is going to go. They haven't ruled him out. Kuzma is playing huge for this Wizards team. So I think in the first half, they can take advantage of a Nuggets team. I mean, the Nuggets, in the beginning, when they had Porter and Gordon, you're thinking, wow, this team's huge, Jokic and those 2 guys. But Porter's been out and they've been struggling. But they don't struggle in the third quarter. So the first half, they're averaging probably about 58 points. I think the Wizards can get about 58, 59 and keep the Nuggets about their average and take the first half. Then the third quarter is when the Nuggets usually take off and score about 33 to 38. And in that time, that's when the Wizards start to, their legs start giving out. A lot of these guys are playing 33, 38 minutes that played 12, 14 minutes off the bench. And then the 2 guys to watch, I don't even know if Morris is going to play, but Barton is probably going to suit up. And both of those guys were traded to the Wizards from the Nuggets for Caldwell Pope, who is a decent player, comes in at the shooting guard position, but he's only averaging about 11 points a game. So I like the Wizards in the first half. I love the Nuggets to win the game. I wouldn't touch this spread if I was forced to, but for plus 470 or whatever it is, plus 425, I'm definitely going to take the Wizards first half, Nuggets to win the game.
Great stuff from Kevin Thomas, guys. Said Wizards to win the first half, Nuggets to win the game, plus 4.25 just before the show. Guys, he's doing some great work over at Sports Memo. He's on multiple sport leaderboards, 3-7. God bless you.
Thank you.
See, it's true.
That's true.
See, I don't lie. 3-7, 30. He's all over the place, but he's always all over the place. He's a perennial leaderboard fixture at Sports Memo. He's a God bless you again. See, well, I guess it's true again. I'm sorry. That kind of made me laugh. Thanks. I needed that.
One more and it's good luck.
By the way, she sneezed all over my leg. I'm wearing shorts today. It's not pretty. Guys, I want to tell
you
you,
have
Kevin,
pants on today.
yeah, we're having a lot of fun. Kevin Thomas is always on the leaderboard over at Sports Zone. He's an ideal capper to follow with some of these great customer appreciation discounts because you will follow him to the bank. He's always up. Doesn't matter the sport. He's making people money. And I love, I know we love him. Kevin, can you stick around for maybe another 10 or 12 minutes?
I'm sure. I want to watch you guys finish this out.
Thank you. We love that. We love that. Thank you. Kevin Thomas is going to stick around. Now, guys, if you missed any portion of the show, at the end of the show, we're going to get some questions and comments from anybody remaining. Obviously, Ross Benjamin and Tony Mejia had to take off. They both had to catch a plane because they're both doing a model shoot together. Men of sports betting model shoot. I'm told they're sharing the centerfold. I love that. My good friend Pavlos Laguretos, who always brightens up our day every time he's on the show. He's doing a lot of content at Sportsman on WagerTalk. You know why? Because he is the best I've ever seen in soccer. I've never seen anybody better. He comes on this show and it's free play. Pavlos, we have to go back one of these days because you've been doing a lot of spots. You used to do multiple spots per week on the show. We got to go back and look at your record because your record's got to be over 80 to 90% on your free plays. They kill it. And most of the time, the free plays you give out are plus money. And it's true. And, if you think his free plays do that, I know his 5 and 10% plays off the charts at Sports Zone. But overall, I've never seen any capper as good in any individual sport as I've seen Pavlos is in soccer. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's going to be doing. He's got a free best bet. Pavlos Laguretos, the floor is yours.
Okay, it's been going really well with this 5% all season. 72% win rate in all 5% top bets so far in the season. 23-9 for plus 55.65%. Really good if you ask me. I have an 80% win rate in my last 15, 4% and 5% World Cup top bets. 12-3. It's been going really nice, especially in December, plus 49.26%. It's not visible on the site because it only has 3 days and 7 days and 30 days. But if you look in the last 14 days, actually in December, I'm number 1 at Sports Memo in money earned. So it's been going really amazing in these knockout stages of the World Cup. A lot of props are hitting plus 1700s, plus 2200s. I do have a lot of plays loaded. I have a 5% top bet going live later tonight with the match between France and Morocco. I have a different package with all the props. It's priced down at just $15. You can get all the props. It's card props, goal scoring props, corner props, you name it. There's all kinds of props, really affordable for $15. We do run a special promo. You can find it at my page. If you go down to the sports and hit the drop-down menu on soccer, you can get all the rest of the World Cup for just $59, which really makes sense because if you buy just today's packages, they're close to that price. So there's your best value. And now I'm going to give you guys my free play. It's a player prop. It's a card prop, actually. I'm going to take Morocco's Hakimi to be carded at plus 350. I think that's a really great price for him. Now, Hakimi, he plays as a right back for Morocco. He'll be tasked to stop PSG's, his teammate actually in PSG, Kylian Mbappe, who plays as a left forward for France. So these two are going to be matched against one another. Now, with Morocco's defense being severely banged up, I wouldn't be surprised if Hakimi had even more defensive duties in this match. Keep in mind that this player is known for his deep runs down the right flank, and he always facilitates, he assists, he scores. He really likes to go down that right flank, but today he might be staying back a little bit because Mbappe is going to be there and he's going to be really, really careful. Now, the two players are really, really good friends. They go on vacations together. They play video games together every Monday night. It's a true bromance between the two sides. But today, they're up against one another. And there was some chirping in social media, of course. It was just friendly banter. But Mbappe said, and I quote, "I have to destroy my friend. It will break my heart a little bit, but this is football. I have to kill him." And Hakimi's response, "I'm going to smash him." Now, keep in mind that Hakimi has the second most tackles in the World Cup with 3.8 tackles per match, a testament of how good he is defensively. But today, I think he's going to receive his first card of the tournament. I like Hakimi to be carded at plus 350.
Hakimi to be carded plus 350, says Pavlos Laguretos, the Greek god of soccer. Guys, $59. The rest of his World Cup is a steal. Forget about a deal. It is a steal. You got to go over to Sports Memo after the show. You got to follow Pavlos. Guys, the most watched sport in the world is soccer. But I know a lot of people here in the United States, they feel a little differently. But it doesn't matter what sport you're making your money on, as long as you're making money, and you will make money. You follow Pavlos. Pavlos going to stick around for a little bit, guys.
Yes.
I'm going to go over to First Lady of Las Vegas, who I got to tell you, she is the real crutch for me. I know I'm a tough guy, but I went go through a lot family-wise the last few weeks, and thank God I have Dionne here, and appreciate you.
You're welcome. Always here for you.
Yeah, I know that. I grew up with real tough. I grew up in Little Italy, so I grew up with like guys. We used to. When kids used to collect baseball cards, we like idolized mobsters. So we knew real tough guys, and I'll put Dionne in any alley against any tough guy I grew up with because I know she's got my back. They might be a little bit stronger physically, but she's got my back, and there's very few people you can actually count on to get your back in an alley. I count on Dionne. Having said that, it's her second full year at Sports Mo.
It is.
And all last year, she did not have complete years in a couple of sports, was all over the leaderboards. Well, she has complete years this year, and guess where she is? All over the leaderboards. So just because it's longer seasons doesn't mean she went down. She's doing great work. Now, she's contributing 5 sports. She's doing great work in 5 sports. Has ups and downs once in a while, but is very transparent about that. But I will tell you this. You want to follow anybody for these great customer appreciation discounts, it's the First Lady of Vegas. And I particularly am proud in the fact that she's a woman in a male-dominated industry. You don't see too many women in this industry. It's hard to break into this industry for any newcomer. It really is, guys. It's harder than ever. You could have your 15 minutes of fame on social media, but to really break in and get on solid websites, get your name out there in a positive way. There's some guys out there that have 47-0. That's all I'm saying. So when people come on, they talk about their losses, they talk about ups and downs, guys. There's integrity there. And when people can consistently win in 5 sports right now, it really is. It's not easy, guys, to consistently win. Dionne D'Amico is one of those people. She's going to tell you what she's been doing, what she's going to be doing on the premium side. She's got a free best bet on college basketball tonight. Take it away, Dionne.
Thank you for that great hype there, honey. I do have one big winner isolated today for you in my NCAA basketball Crash the Boards play. It is posted right now over at Sports Memo, so head on over to the website and pick that up. And we also do have that great discount going on for myself and Joe. You can get the rest of 2022 for just $99, all access for both of us. It's a great steal right now. And I will also have all of my college and pro football releases posted between tonight and tomorrow, so make sure you head back to the site for those winners. And for my free play today, I know on paper, Seton Hall is a much better team than Drexel. I mean, they play in a better, tougher conference. They have already faced tougher opponents. They have a slightly better record. And it seems that the early money this morning is coming on the Pirates. But I have to tell you guys, I just don't see this team laying this high of a price. The Dragons, they entered this matchup off of an overtime win on the road at LaSalle. And coming up, they have a couple of pushovers. Drexel's upcoming schedule is against Delaware State, Fairfield, and Elan. So this would be a very big game for them to get motivated, to get up, and to get very competitive in. On the other hand, while the Pirates enter this matchup with a win over the Scarlet Knights, their upcoming opponents are significantly tougher. Seton Hall has to face Providence, Xavier, and Marquette. So I don't think they can get caught. So I think they can get caught in a look ahead mode and maybe take their foot off of the gas late in this game. Not only that, but the Pirates tend to get overvalued at home, where they have covered just 5 of their last 18 outings. The Dragons are pretty good on the road, covering 9 of their last 13. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and take the huge amount of points here tonight with Drexel.
Drexel Dragons, roar. Plus 14F says the First Lady of Vegas. By the way, I really like the way you broke the game down. And, from a gambling point of view, I mean, I've been doing this for 43 years now. And I look great for my age. Anyway, but the way you broke it down and the way you said, who they got coming up, where you looked at both teams, who they got coming up, that means a lot to me and how I handicap college basketball too. So she says the Drexel Dragons. We've got that discount for both of us. Joe and Dionne, the rest of 22, just $99 for both of us. I got to tell you, I will have several games in a month. Well, we'll get to me in a minute.
Yeah, because that's going to include
everything
all access with all sports that both of us have going on. That includes 5% plays, 10% plays.
So go over and grab that after the show, honestly, because it will make money for you. And it'll be a great way to finish up the year. I'll be honest with you. Let me go to, the sexy and savory host.
That would be you.
That would be me. Let me see. I want to just go back to, and then, it's very dramatic. By the way, guys,
zoom in and zoom out.
Dionne worked overtime last night. She was tired too from the last few days dealing with our family member in and out of the hospital. She got the Christmas tree done behind. We have 2 other Christmas trees down here. So she said, what color do you want it? So we have the purple and something. We have a red and gold. We have the silver and blue. And silver and blue. So she got the silver and blue up.
Well,
I think it looks really pretty, by the way.
Before we came back on air, I had to have the tree done because someone said my tree looks a little bare and boring. So I had to get it done.
And I said it looked like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree, but she even does good Christmas trees. So let me take the floor real quick, guys. I had a few days off. I'm being very selective, as I am all year round. I'm not here to give you action. I'm here to give you winners. And there are certain guys, certain cappers, and certain players out there. If you're making money, putting out a lot of plays, and you guys out there are making money with a capper that puts out a lot of plays, more power to you. I'm a less is more guy. I've always been that way. I'll put it to you this way. And she always laughs. 1 wife like Heidi Klum or 100 like Rosie O'Donnell. So if you want action, guys, I'm not the guy. I'm not going to give you 5, 10, 15 plays a day. What I'm going to give you is something that I'm betting myself. If I'm not betting on a certain day, I will never expect you to bet. I'll never ask you to bet. So I bet every game I put out. Having said that, I took a few days off. I was 3-0 on Saturday. I was 3-0 on Sunday. Had a perfect Sunday in the NFL. And I'm sure you're not going to mind me being selective. Tonight, I come in with 1 college basketball winner for you. My legendary NCAA basketball best bet play, 37-11 run. This is by far, in my opinion, the best bet on the board. And FYI, guys, this is the time of year you must follow a proven bowl season winner. There's been no capper in the history of this business that's been written up by the Wall Street Journal as the best postseason capper, particularly in bowl campaign. Joe D'Amico was written up by the Wall Street Journal. I get written up a lot. I get a lot of love from them. But it's funny because it's true. I make people money every year in bowl season. Over the next few days, I'm going to have several bowl game winners up for you, and this may include some 5 and even 10% releases. I will tell you, coming off that 3-0 NFL Sunday. I did like the Patriots on Monday. Unfortunately, I was stuck in the hospital, couldn't get it up. That's okay. I didn't even put it out as a free play, couldn't do nothing. I was stranded at Spring Valley Hospital. But you know what? I'm never going to complain about not giving you a winner, just like I'm not going to complain about giving you 1 loser. Guys, it works both ways. I want you to know that. But I will have up all my NFL and college football for this weekend by Thursday evening, I'll have everything up. So as far as today's free winner, guys, let me start by saying I'm not usually crazy about laying double digits on any platform, let alone college basketball. But a win is a win is a win. Today, we're going to do just that as Wake Forest hosts Appalachian State. The Demon Deacons are a respectable 7-3 and overall sit in the middle of the pack in the very competitive ACC. This is a team that began the campaign 7-1 with wins over such notables as Georgia, LaSalle, and Wisconsin. However, the last 2 outings, both losses and no covers against Clemson and LSU. Today's opponent offers a perfect situation for them to do what? To get back on track. On paper, App State owns some pretty similar statistics to Wake Forest, but I think we would all agree that the level of competition played in the Sun Belt is not near the level of competition we see in the ACC. Having said that, this team has not faced serious opposition yet. I mean, if you want to give them credit for beating Louisville by 1 point back in mid-November, that's fine. But looking at Louisville Cardinals, they're 0-9 straight up and against the spread this season. They're absolutely, wow, what can you say? So I don't think it's a step-up game for a team like that. I know there's a lot of points, guys, but Appalachian State has already lost to such subpar adversaries as Campbell, Kennesaw State, Furman, and just recently took a beating at the hands of Charlotte. Guys, none of those teams are world beaters. While they have a couple of double-digit scores and a couple of good boardsmen, I just don't see anybody slowing down the monster backcourt of Appleby, Hildreth, and Williamson. This trio is amazing. They're off the charts, particularly Tyler Appleby, guys. He's averaging 19.1 a game, 5.5 assists per game. The kid is a stud. I'm telling you right now, he is a stud. Look for him to have one of the best outings of the campaign. I will tell you that. And as I said, this is a lot of points. And as I said, I think this is a lot of points, but a win is a win is a win. By the way, Wake Forest, 7-2 ATS, the last 9 games played following a straight-up loss. They bounced back well for us bettors. I like this situation. I know it's a lot of points. I don't mind laying it. Follow me here. You'll follow me to the bank. Let's get our panel on here. Let me just go down a couple of little comments. We had, Jesse Schul, what an all-star cast. I'm glad Jesse's wearing pants this morning.
We're not sure about that.
We're not sure about that. We got some, we have the best people, the best support staff with Sports Memo and WagerTalk. Even Jimmy Adams, said some nice things about us. Jimmy, we'll see you tomorrow. We love Jimmy. Jeff Malinsky, he's a perennial here, man. He loves us. He said, it's good to be back, Joe, and keep the faith. We love you, Bo. Let me go to get some closing thoughts and comments, and then we're going to run down the free plays today, and then we're going to get on out of here, and a lot of time for you to take advantage of all these free winners you got from this all-star panel and give you time to take advantage of all these great discounts. Pavlos, closing thoughts and comments for everybody out there.
No, I just want to say that even though the World Cup comes to an end, don't be, afraid that there's not gonna be any soccer, because there will be. In less than 2 weeks, the Premier League starts again. The big European League starts again. So if you wanna try me out with a 30-day package, 30-day all access pass or something like that, you'll get my 5% I have in the World Cup, all the props, and of course all the plays from the final and the third place match, and of course you get more days of free plays.
Great stuff from Pavlos. We love him, guys. And even that $59 rest of World Cup, to me, that's just a great bargain. The customer appreciation you receive from Sportsman is unrivaled. Instead of price gouging you because the guy's a winner, they want to save you money because they know saving you money just as good as making you money. Closing thoughts and comments from Kevin Thomas before they yell last call at the strip club.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that the Nuggets are 0-3 against their last Eastern Conference foes, but I still like the Nuggets to win this. But I like the Wizards to win the first half, Nuggets to win the complete game. Great pay out there, and I have a pick in each sport that I cap. I have one in hockey, college basketball, and basketball today. Can't go wrong with any three, or get all three of them.
Great stuff, guys. Once again, Kevin Thomas, you have what tonight for everybody?
I have the Wizards first half winning against the Nuggets, and the Nuggets winning the complete game.
Great
plus
stuff.
425.
Great stuff. Pavlos, what did you have for everybody tonight?
I have in the semifinal between France and Morocco, I have Hakimi to be carded at plus 350.
All right, Tony Mejia, who had to run off. He's doing a lot of sports memo content today. He's the Buffalo Bills first half minus the 4 is big. He loves it. Ross Benjamin, who had to take off, said Fresno State Bulldogs minus 3.5. He said, always err on the side of caution. It's not a weakness, but buy it down. You always want to give yourself the benefit and give yourself the advantage of a line. Dionne D'Amico, what'd you have for everybody?
I am going with Drexel plus the ton of points tonight.
And your sexy and savory host is the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, minus 12.5. Dionne, we got a couple of discounts. Then we're going to head on out here. Tell everybody the discounts one more time.
Yeah, so we still do have the college football bowl access going on. Just $149. No code needed for that one at all. We also do have the discount going on right now that started today for myself and Joe. You can get the rest of 2022 from both of us. All access, just $99 for the two of us. That does include all of our games and all the multiple sports that we are doing. Includes all of our 5%, 10% plays. It is a steal. And also, don't forget.
Did you like my pose?
I did.
That's my pose. Anyway.
Go ahead. And also, don't forget to follow all of our amazing guests on the First Family Show on Twitter, along with myself and Joey. And make sure to tune in to all of Sports Memo TV shows for a ton of free winners and some great betting insights as well. And on behalf of Ross, Tony, Pavlos, Kevin, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.